Hey, how goes it? Ken Bozak here to talk about Bitcoin and Bitcoin accessories. And today I'm here with Danny Johnson, co-founder and CEO of Pinkcoin. How goes it, Danny? Thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for having me, man. Sorry about the confusion yesterday. I'm in Hawaii, so the time zones are kind of fucked up.
Dude, it happens. The time zone differences, no matter what. I mean, I feel like I'm forever jet lagged from the traveling I did last year.
Yeah,
Or, well, still this year, I guess. But, like, the past 12 months, I've been to 6 or 7 countries. I don't know what time it is where I'm at ever anymore.
yeah.
All
I'm
I know
like
is I'm always tired.
I am ultra reliant on my phone and the world clock, and I just like somehow fuck it up continually.
That's all good, man. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience? Let them know who you are, what you do, and then introduce Pinkcoin.
Sure, man. My name is Danny Johnson, as you introed me. I am a crypto guy since 2013. Prior to crypto, I was a professional poker player for a decade. I got into crypto because of poker. Like 2011, there was this incident called Black Friday where the FBI and Department of Justice shut down all of the online poker sites facing the U.S. and seized all the assets, including player funds. So in that moment, I realized I was fucked and had like no control of my assets, and decided to like look elsewhere to figure out how to protect myself in case this ever happened again. So I found Bitcoin. Friction and barriers to entry are pretty difficult to get in. You had to like buy a prepaid phone card, call a random number on a phone, and like trust that party would send you the Bitcoin. So I waited until 2013 when the friction got reduced and the barriers to entry were just like put a credit card in and buy. So I got it in 2013 and haven't looked back. And in 2014, myself and three people that are of like mind, this guy Jeremy Redinger, Brian Benner, and Devin Penner-Woke got together in an IRC chat and decided we could do something cool with crypto and kind of try to change the narrative and make it about helping others and not about just self-interest and getting rich and scamming people. So we got together, decided we had some complementary skills that could make this happen, and Pinkcoin was born. So we've been rocking ever since May of 2014, and just trying to do something to help nonprofit organizations that need a little bit of kickstart from like complementary streams of donations and just some exposure to the crypto world and blockchain technology, which kind of helps them with marketing and helping get new donors that think that they're on the cutting edge of technology and
Yeah.
are doing forward thinking.
Yeah, no, I like it. I think the slogan, isn't it like micro charity, macro impact?
Yeah, micro tip, macro impact.
I love that concept, man. Like, where
Yeah.
was the idea for that, like, birth from?
Shout out to our guy Chris Szyminski, aka Lips. He coined that phrase, that slogan. Back in 2014, I think we were one of the first. Maybe Change Tip was the first, but we were the first altcoin with a tip bot, thanks to Brian and Devin. So at Pinkcoin Tips on Twitter, we used to have a bunch of like cool games, like there was a 50-50 raffle, like a lottery, and, a game of war. Well, there still is war, but not for money, not for Pinkcoin wagers. And then we had like like you can deal a hand of poker and play against somebody else. There's just like a bunch of cool games that we did, and we're constantly using the tip bot to tip people, introduce them to Pinkcoin. And so with that, just kind of, it was all small amounts, like maybe high number Pinkcoin amounts, like hundreds or thousands or something, but the dollar value was small, so it was like a micro tip. So with that, birthed
And it feels
micro
cool,
tip,
right?
macro
It doesn't
impact.
matter if it's $1. If you
Yeah,
get a 10,000 of something, it still feels cool, even though it's a
yeah.
dollar.
And what's amazing too is like we tipped a lot back in 2014. Like I would estimate between us, like the core team, we probably tipped out like, I don't even know, like 25% of the total supply or something, that we had purchased. And what's really cool is like no one paid attention to it in 2014 really. Like we tip random people that weren't even in crypto just to give them exposure. And then like 2017, people came out of the woodworks like, yo, I got tipped this Pinkcoin back in 2014. I got like 50,000 of them. Like, what do I do? Like, I see it's worth like thousands of dollars. Like, man, this is awesome. Like, I want to get involved. Like, or like
Yeah.
other people were like, I'm in a bind. Like, I can really use this money. It's going to change my life and help me. We're like, all right, sick. Like, let's help you realize that profit. Let's help you
Yeah,
get in.
man, that is awesome. I can't imagine being one of those people that didn't even know about crypto too much, and just like you or one of the guys in the team just randomly trolled me with a tip, and then
Yeah.
during the bull run, you're just like, oh wait, I excuse me, everybody, I quit this day job thing. I hold crypto now.
Yeah, like legit. That happened.
It's an easy way to get people in too. Like I really like tip bots on Twitter. I use a lot of them. I think things that are charity focused are really amazing. What kind of like partners or companies or anything like that utilize Pinkcoin to receive charitable donations?
Yeah, so we decided we wanted to focus on small organizations that could actually benefit from the partnership. We didn't want to like go after Red Cross and like the major ones, Salvation Army, that those kinds. So we really focused on onboarding smaller like regional organizations. So an example of one that our longest standing partnership is with this organization out of Toronto, Canada called Cardiac Kids, and they work with the Sick Kids Foundation, and their mission is to help kids born with congenital heart disease deal with like the myriad of open heart surgeries you're going to have, so they kind of help offset the costs. And so they were one of the first that got onboarded. I'm sure, as you can imagine, back in like 2014, 15, and 16, when no one was talking about crypto, no one really wanted to take that be the first organization to be accepting it and talking about it. So it was pretty difficult to onboard people. We probably met with like 20 organizations before we got our first like, yeah, this is cool, let's do this. And so Cardiac Kids was that for us. And we have this platform called Donate for Life, which is just, it leverages our proof of stake consensus mechanism to be rewarding these partner organizations like Cardiac Kids with a stream of proof of stake rewards all day, every day. So we have these pools of coins in the Donate for Life pool that are just there for the sole purpose of generating staking rewards. So there's the charity pool, I think, has like 3.5 million Pinkcoin in it that are never going to be spent. They're only there to generate staking rewards and then forward those rewards to our partner organizations. So like I think Cardiac Kids gets like 5 to 9 different proof of staking rewards every day, 100 or 150 Pinkcoin. So it's just a way for them to be constantly rewarded with a stream of donation that they wouldn't have otherwise had. And those pools are entirely funded by our community and our organizational partners. So people are forwarding their own staking rewards to those pools, which then generate staking rewards to our partner organizations, which is kind of just like a completely self-driven thing. It's autonomous. Like we don't have to do anything to it anymore. We built it. Devin and Brian, it was completely their work and their brainchild, and they've made it autonomous at this point. So the organizations such as Cardiac Kids or Zishwam Tagaru or like Digital Citizens Fund and like these other ones we work with, they're just receiving these tips, and then they're actually managing a wallet themselves. These staking rewards, they're managing a wallet themselves and then staking with the rewards they get. So it's kind of just everyone's participating. So we have like a pretty solid base of all of these people running Pinkcoin wallets to receive staking rewards between the pools and the partner organizations and people that are helping Pinkcoin to kind of fill these pools up by
That's really interesting.
Forwarding their staking rewards.
Well, it's compounding charity. It's really what they're doing. Exactly. That is insane.
That's why we say like micro tip, macro impact, because if you're like forwarding and staking rewards and like tipping, then it goes to this Donate for Life pool, which is essentially like an endowment, you can view it as, where the principal balance never gets spent, but the interest that it generates is funding these projects. And so yeah, it compounds. With the more donations it gets, the more the pool beefs up, and the more staking rewards it can generate, and then the partner organizations are also using the staking rewards that they're getting to stake again. So yeah, it's compounding, and it's pretty cool, man. It's something different that no one else is doing, and we just have some very innovative dev teams.
How do they do it? Like, how does a charity go about the process of, being verified, vetted, and then accepting Pinkcoin? And is it a cumbersome process, or is it like less scary than I would imagine? Because we don't want to scare anybody away.
Yeah, I mean, to this point, given the nature of crypto, like it's pretty centralized. I'll admit, like the onboarding has been us, the development team, going out and finding these charities, or them contacting us and us vetting them, and then coming to a consensus amongst the 15 of us that like this is a great project. We want to support them. They fit the mission that and the values that we hold. And so it's like a couple week to a month process. But the really tricky part is like in order to be a part of this Donate for Life pool, we've kind of set a threshold of a minimum pink coin amount to start one of these pools. I think we have 9 nonprofit-centered pools, and there's 3 community-centered pools. So like each one has to have a 1 million pink coin threshold to begin to be a part of this Donate for Life pool platform. And so we've filled up. We have a charity pool, an education pool, a humanitarian pool, relief pool, and all of these already have partner organizations. So in order for a new organization to be onboarded, we need to have either an individual or an organization donate 1 million pink coin to begin this pool. So recently we had an anonymous member of our community donate 1 million pink coin like 3 months ago or 4 months ago, back in August. And we onboarded this organization called Digital Citizens Fund, which is CEO is this woman, Roya Mahboob, who is back in 2013 was one of Time Magazine's top 100 influential people. She's the first Afghani CEO, and the mission of the organization, first Afghani female CEO. The mission of the organization is to empower women through teaching them how to code. So as a result of this generous donation by anonymous community member, we were able to bring this new organization on, and they're now, for the last 4 months, have been receiving staking rewards through the Donate for Life pool. Yeah,
that's
so
really
it's kind of
awesome, man.
Yeah, it's cool because it's like it's gonna stake in perpetuity. Like there's nothing that's gonna stop it from staking. So a one-time donation that you could make of $10, like if you did it through Donate for Life, like obviously there's a speculative element to it, but if you did it through Donate for Life, that $10 donation in pink coin right now, instead of just donating directly to an organization, might be after 5 years worth $100. It might be
Right.
$150 a lifetime value. So it kind of creates this unique element that is completely different than anything anybody's ever experienced before, and it could have a much larger impact over a longer time horizon than just a one-time donation of $10 or whatever it may be.
Well, it's just a truly selfless perspective on a technology. They're like a lot of people that look at something, they figure out how to use it for themselves, or how does it fit me or suit me, and if not, they don't really care about trying to figure out how do I use this technology to better somebody else's life, right? It just ends there with, does it work for me or not? Do I need it? No? Okay, done. But this is something like you have looked into and found a way to take the basic infrastructure of blockchain technology and create a perpetual motion machine of charity. It's pretty damn neat, man. Like, what's the steps of becoming a pink coin holder? Like, you know, what exchanges are you listed on? What wallets? How do I go through the process of becoming like a pool? What is it like? Just walk me through the paces of like setting up my own like way to start a charity through pink coin.
Yeah, man. So I guess first step would be obviously to so getstarted.with.pink is our website. You can download our wallet from there. And then right on Bittrex is the main exchange. We're on Cryptopia. We're on like 25 different like smaller exchanges that most people probably haven't heard. We're on Pony. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, so you get some coins, put them in your wallet, and then you would there's some guides on our website of how to like maximize your staking potential, because we kind of gamified that process. Whereas most proof of stake coins, so before you get into it, we're a hybrid proof of work, proof of stake crypto. So we have a script algorithm, proof of work mining.
Like Decred. My buddies over here at Decred, proof of work, proof of stake
Yes, sir.
hybrid.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Oh, and let the people know you didn't ICO. Like, you know, these people are going to assume that you did an ICO, by the way. So just let them know. I'm sorry about the connection, everybody. We seem to have a little bit of a choppy connection at the moment. But let them know a little bit about, like, you know, that you're not an ICO. You are your own blockchain. You are proof of work, proof of stake, and all that.
Yes, sir. So back in 2014 when we launched, there was no such thing as an ICO. Actually, it was, but, like, everyone just labeled it a scam. So we did not ICO. There was no developer pre-mine. We did what's called a fair launch. So weeks before we launched the code, we put a Bitcoin talk announcement thread out there, gave everyone access to the source code to compile the wallet and create mining pools, gave everyone access to mining pools at the same time, and launched the network. So everyone on the development team either mined or bought their own coins. We didn't get any through a gift or a pre-mine or an ICO where we took a percentage of the token, or the coin, sorry. Yeah, no ICO, no pre-mine, fair launch, and it is a proof of work, proof of stake hybrid. There is a script algorithm on the proof of work side and two different proof of stake mechanisms. There's one that's proof of stake and then one we call flash proof of stake. So during 4 different 1-hour periods that are global peak times, we have reduced the proof of stake block times to 1 minute, whereas they're normally 6 minutes. So, and we've upped the rewards to 150 coins instead of 100. That way, it gives people more incentive to be staking during that time and pushing transactions through to increase the throughput. So what we've done is we've leveraged that proof of stake incentive mechanism to reward the organizations that we work with, like the Donate for Life pool. But we've also allowed people to be self-interested, so they can stake themselves and just keep all the rewards themselves, or they can use this technology we created called side staking that allows them to forward their staking rewards to other addresses, such as like the Donate for Life pools that partner organizations work with, or their friends, or like create an address themselves for their kids, like college fund or something, you know. And so we've created that, and there's roughly, like, it's all competition based. Like I said, it's gamified because most proof of stake coins, they have like a fixed percentage return. So like most of them are 1%. We've decided that that's not the way we want to go. We don't want to just reward people that have long stake returns. We wanted to make it so you had to be actively staking. You had to, in order to receive rewards, you wouldn't just get them after 6 months when you open your wallet. They wouldn't just flood in. So you have to be actively staking all the time, which helps secure our blockchain. And you have to, you have to be actively staking, and you have to kind of split the coins in your wallets through this coin control feature, that's what I was getting at. There's different tutorials out there on our website to kind of walk you through the process and kind of give you some tips as to what might be the best strategy to maximize your potential rewards. You could split them up, the block rewards up, or sorry, the blocks of coins up to 1,000 coin blocks or 10,000 coin blocks or 100,000 coin blocks. Like, there's different strategies out there that people are playing with to kind of maximize their staking potential. So we decided, like, we wanted to gamify that experience and make game theory a part of what we're doing and make it more interesting for holders. And if somebody has the best strategy, they should be able to be rewarded for it.
Yeah, man, that is awesome. I would definitely want to do, like, I want to contribute. I want to actually see if I can set up a way to, like, show people how to really walk them through this. So you guys may be able to stay tuned for like a tutorial on how to like set up a way to, you know, contribute to a charity via Pinkcoin, because the links are right there below. It's really cool what they're doing. I wanted to get your take on like the ability to track what charities do with what you give them, because of it being on an open ledger. You can kind of keep an eye on how they use the funding. Like, you know, imagine if the Red Cross had to deal with a blockchain. You know, the money would actually make it to the people who needed it rather than waiting 6 years and then, you know, the state covered it, so the Red Cross gets to keep it all now.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're not there yet as far as like the after donation tracking on blockchain using metadata or any of that stuff. I mean, that's like baby steps, probably a couple of years down the road, our roadmap. We're mostly focusing on just like onboarding these organizations and making sure that they understand what they're doing.
I saw third-party projects that are doing this, so it would just be a plug-in to what you're doing. You know, it would just be like one piece of what you offer. You know, you wouldn't expect a point-of-sale system to do your taxes for you.
Sure.
So I was actually at a conference with Kyle Kemper, who just did a conference with the government in Ottawa. It was like a government-only conference. I was there with actually DJ Me Popsicle, funny enough, who's a big supporter of Pinkcoin, and we ran into a company. Yeah, shout out to DJ Me Popsicle. We ran into a company. I can't remember the name. Maybe he can. He's in the chat. Let me know. There was a company there that if you did something like this, it was like one of those, if something like you existed, this is what they could do on the other end. And it was to show you the income and all outgo and control exactly who gets to see that information. So it's on a private ledger, so to speak, but you give people who donate or give funds to that that company or that charity, they get
Yep.
permission and they get to see the funds and where they go. So it's pretty cool that like these
Yeah.
tiny pieces of infrastructure are being built to decentralize charities. Charities are so centralized, and most of the
Yeah.
companies that really like help get money from people like me who want to help people that are in need, they steal
Yeah.
like 90% of it in between that
Yeah.
middleman. That's ridiculous friction.
That was why a lot of the reason why we started Pinkcoin is because it's one of the industries that could be most disruptive for, because of how non-transparent the administrative fees are. And you really, like, when you make a donation, you have no idea where it goes. Like, you think you have an idea, but ultimately, like, yeah, like you said, 90% of the donation is taken off the top and going to administrative fees and marketing and all that stuff, and really 10% goes to some part of the organization that might be doing good, but you don't know where.
Non-profit.
Yeah, and so one thing that we're working on that we're actually pretty close to being completed is our lead developer, CTO, got Jeremy Redinger, who's a fucking G, by the way. Dude, I don't even know how he does it, but he is one of the most skilled people that I've ever come across in the space, and super intelligent. But he's working on this, been working on it for a better part of this, pretty much this whole year, actually. This governance protocol, voting and polling, which will allow us to no longer have to be the decision makers, us being the development team, so we can send out, like, allow people to create polls and vote on where the administrative funds go for Pinkcoin, what charitable organizations we're working on, and they're voting
the power
through,
in
like,
the people's hands.
exactly, and they'd be voting through, like, if you stake a block, you could set, so each block staked equals a vote. So if you received a staked block, you get to then vote on whatever is up for voting. So you can say, okay, I want to vote yes on this, or option number 2, and every block that I stake will send a vote to that option.
That
and
is
so
really empowering to decentralize that, because a lot of charities or causes that ask for funding, especially people like WikiLeaks, they had that happen to them. They were a charity-based platform. They still are. WikiLeaks is a charity-based platform that runs off its contributors' donations, and PayPal and other third-party systems that made it possible for people to even contribute to the cause impossible. So they tried to like suffocate that cause out, which I totally support WikiLeaks. So like we need platforms like that out there, and the ability to fund them through decentrally through the source peer-to-peer is powerful, and that's what Bitcoin and cryptocurrency did for WikiLeaks, and that's what I could see Pinkcoin doing for these smaller charities. These like, you ever go to like a church and you see like a family that they're raising money for turkey and for Thanksgiving, or like a family's house that burnt down in a neighborhood, and Christmas is right around the fucking corner. Like, this is nothing new to what they've done, but what's happened is that friction where they steal like 90%, and then they really limit who is even eligible, and they don't give that ability to the people who donate to choose. They just get told who to fund. And unfortunately, we started to even find in charity, even through like GoFundMe, Kickstarter, and all those Patreons, they're scam artists.
Yeah.
These people are like, remember those stories of the guy, like, everybody knows this rumor or urban legend of the homeless man panhandling for spare change, and then he gets into his Lambo and drives away with the spare change. Like, that's basically these people on GoFundMe and Patreon and all these Kickstarter stuffs now. Like, wherever these people are asking for help, they're not being really vetted, and that's where peer-to-peer comes into play. Locals. If I'm in the area, I'm going to vet, like, that house burnt down, man. We should probably help these guys.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's kind of what the idea, not directly, not specifically, behind our voting and our governance protocol is that we want to give the power to our users and the people that are supporting our network, the people that are mining with proof of work, people that are staking proof of stake and flash proof of stake. We want them to be the ones that are ultimately making these big decisions on what causes to support and who should be the beneficiaries, and what direction should we take, and is this something that's worthy of us exploring? Like, and then also, like, it gives us the ability too to, like, we have all these users that are staking that that could be good for like market research. Like there's information out there like that these charitable organizations, these nonprofits, that they may have some questions, and that this kind of voting system could help them get some market research, could help get some answers from the people that are out there donating. There's a lot of applications that we can explore with what we're building, and hopefully we can get some stabilization in the market to be able to really kick this off and explore. I don't know if you got. I'm sure you probably know this, Ken, but a lot of small blockchains, small coins that have their own blockchain over the last like 5 or 6 months have been experiencing like network attacks, and so unfortunately we've had to spend a lot of our development time mitigating network attacks and coming up with fixes once we see the vulnerabilities firsthand. So yeah,
wait, I hate to be that guy, but this is who I am now. I see the silver lining to all devil advocacy scenarios, and I'm just saying, well, unfortunately, what they're doing by attacking you is forcing you to evolve faster.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I love it, man. It's like it's like nitrous in your gas tank, dude. When you guys are developers and you finish something and it's done, you get bored, man. Wait till somebody breaks your baby. Ooh, yeah. I love when that happens.
Yeah, man, we've had to really like hunker down and figure out like what the hell is going on, and spend quite a bit of time like troubleshooting and developing fixes. And that's like, man, like I said, Jeremy Rudinger's a rock star, bro. He's been a mastermind behind like solving all of these issues. Like we had on Christmas Eve last year, we had a giant network attack that exploited a time warp vulnerability in our code, and within 24 hours, Christmas Eve, he figured out the problem and issued a fix. And then we've had to have a couple of I think we had 3 times in the last 4 months we've had to hard fork because of people just maliciously attacking our network. And every time, like it's strengthened our code and strengthened our network, and now we're at like a couple months of stability, or month and a half of stability, where we think we've had the problem solved. And if there's another attack, like we'll figure it out and we'll fix it. It's kind of interesting because like, yeah, it's weeding out all of the people that don't have active development, or the coins and projects that don't have active development, and it's making them just kind of yeah, like I said, it's evolution. It's kind of making survival of the fittest. It's Darwin at its finest, you know.
And that's, I like that you're not like, trying to like, compete with Bitcoin or whatever or anything like that. But, Bitcoin's problem right now is the transaction fees. And with micro donations, for my viewers right now to send me 15 cents in Bitcoin would cost them 25 cents in Bitcoin. Mm-hmm. It doesn't really work right now for these micro transactions. So, using something like Pinkcoin, you can send fractions of dollars for even fractions of cents, because it has a niche use just for these causes. How do you see, like people utilizing the ability to do 15-cent charities? Does that help or does it hurt? Like when a charity says you can only donate $5, so people dig deeper is what I'm saying. Or do you think more people will fill that void? No,
more people are definitely participating, because I think there's a stigma if you're donating 15 cents to somebody, like you're like, oh, I'm cheap, like, or that's what you feel like, or you feel like somebody's going to perceive you as cheap. Whereas if you're donating that same 15 cents in Pinkcoin, like let's say, I don't even know, I haven't looked at the market, but I'd imagine it's probably something like, I don't know, 75 or 100 Pinkcoin right now, which like the value US dollar wise might not be significant, but the number of coins is, and it kind of feels like you're much more of, you're more participative. Like you're actually participating. You're giving them an amount that's meaningful. It's not like, oh, it's 15 cents, a nickel and a dime. Like, it just,
well, even 15 cents in the U.S. ain't shit. But Venezuela, South Korea, or South Africa, where people are in dire need, and where 15 cents U.S. may equal a day's wage in some places. So like the ability to, I see the ability to micro adopt.
I like how you're thinking global here. Like a lot of people just kind of get blinders onto the region that they're from.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Global is the impact for sure.
I have to think, because like being stuck with first world problems is a blessing. You know what I mean? When people are complaining about bandwidth right here, where we're having bandwidth issues, like we have electricity. You can go get some bottled water if you want. Some people can't even get clean water.
I mean, you got running water in your house. Fuck bottled water. Like that is a fucking privilege.
Right, exactly. So I do try to think
Plumbing,
more
man.
globally, especially when it comes to like, problems. I've been homeless in my life. I've felt like a third world citizen in a first world, nation. I've
Mm,
been on welfare. I've had food stamp support before. I've been in some shit. Life sucked
yeah,
for a long time for me, and like I
yeah.
see life sucking for people, and it's not easy. It's not like the government's really trying to help people that need help. You almost have to know how to like take advantage of the government and manipulate them into helping you while you're
Uh,
having a friend help you get there because you have to get a bus and all this stuff and food in the
yep.
meantime. It's insane. So they disincentivize it, and then people that are in poverty, people poke at the homeless or the people that are less fortunate, and they're like, oh, he got arrested for shoplifting. Yeah, he doesn't have a job because he doesn't have a house. He can't get a job because he doesn't have an address for the application, and he signed up to be part of a charity, but the charity said no to him. So like, how does he get help? Like,
Yeah.
imagine if I walk down the street, I see a homeless guy, and I'm like, look, dude, download the Pink Coin wallet. I'll set you up with micro donations here and there, and you can go exchange them on the open market. What you said, Bitcoin Topia,
Bittrex,
Bittrex,
Cryptopia, then
Cryptopia,
like
yeah.
a ton
So
of other ones.
you could exchange them and then use other cryptos that are accepted, or you can find somebody that accepts pink coin at a merchant somewhere or something. Like, really get to teach people that are less off how to use crypto, because people always ask me that are like, you walk down the street like, oh, do you have a dollar? I'm like, I got crypto. Like,
Yeah,
I honestly do not have a dollar.
yeah,
But if
yeah.
you want to
Okay.
download this wallet, I will hook you up with a couple bucks, and I'll show you on a Google map where you can spend it. Because believe it or not, dude, people that may be in third world countries or homeless, they got smartphones and they can use crypto. They just
And
don't
they're
have a damn
creative.
home.
Yeah, yeah. I think what's also cool, like in that scenario, like what we've done with Pinkcoin is like the ability to share your staking rewards with the side staking feature. Like we regularly use that our development team to kind of help out, not even help out, like reward people that are contributing to our project. Like if you are coming into Pinkcoin and doing something cool, like we're gonna share our staking rewards with you, and so like we had people that have just made like even cool memes like that we found funny. We turn on our staking rewards, our side staking to their wallet for like 3 or 4 days, and they just get to see kind of what it's like to stake for with a larger wallet balance for a couple of days, and they're like, oh my god, I'm getting a staking reward like every other hour. This is awesome, So it's really something cool, and you could kind of reward people for helping and incentivize them and just kind of share your rewards with them and show them what they could do if they were staking and what it looks like. It's always cool to like see money show up or coins show up in your wallet. You're like, oh my god, this is awesome! It's got 50 coins. It's
See,
cool.
I love Pinkcoin and projects like yours, and the thing
Thank
that
you.
sucks with what you're doing is you're doing it honestly. You don't have that ICO
Yeah,
capital to do marketing. You're not at conferences with booths asking people for more money just to spend it
nope.
at another booth to ask for people for more money to spend on another booth. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like, I've seen that. I've been to 40 conferences in 12 months. I've
yep.
seen it.
Me
And
too.
what you are doing is what I look for in projects. The honest grassroots growth without shilling, and I just want to encourage people to get more into either a way to receive charity, or if they're in a position to give, an honest way to give to
Yeah,
a charity without lining the pockets of some Lambo CEO at the end over at Red Cross. Like, those guys piss me off, man. Like,
yeah. Oh,
I'm sick of seeing commercials for donate here to the Red Cross, and damn well they'll never give that money to anybody but themselves. They're
the
just another
CEO's pulling
ICO
a $10
booth
million
asking
wage.
for money to go to another booth just to buy another commercial. It's a scam all over again, where they're just taking
Yeah,
they're taking advantage of people that are in need and people that are just genuinely hearted and want to give. It's fucked up, man. Like, and
yeah.
what crypto does, like, I love how Andrea says, like, be your own bank. Well, guess what,
Yes.
dude? You can be your own solvent nation, and you can adopt somebody else's solvent nation, and you can give some to them. Like, nobody can stop you. You can adopt somebody across the world in a third world nation for 15 cents. That commercial that you see for 15 cents a
Yeah.
day, that's bullshit. But in reality, 15 cents or whatever, couple dollars in pink coin here, staked there for perpetual, goes to a charity forever. That is a big difference. That is that macro impact that you're talking about.
Yeah, and we're not thinking about things on the short time frame. Like we've been here for 4.5 years. Like we see this like we have a 20-year plan, and we think that like we could, in a 20-year time frame, really make a huge impact in not only the nonprofit world, but just in a lot of people's lives individually. Like we want to be here, and we want to pave the way and show people what can be done if you act selflessly, and that there's a whole lot more that this crypto stuff can do than just make you rich and buy you a Lambo, or
Right.
make you wrecked and kind of fuck your whole world up.
Or both, man. This has been a roller coaster of a year.
Just
you could
paper
have
rich as
went from
fucking
Lambo
2017.
to living in a cardboard box in 2018.
Yeah, man, you're just paper rich as fuck in 2017, and then just wrecked as fuck in 2018. Welcome to crypto.
Yeah, crypto,
Oh.
baby.
I mean, that wasn't 2013 to 2014 and 15. Like, paper rich, broke.
So what does it cost to start running a pool? If I wanted to have like my own like master node in a sense, like I wanted to do this
Yeah.
all on my own, what's
So-
like the amount of Pinkcoin I would need to be as a holder to stake?
Well, I mean, you can do it as an individual with any amount. I think if you want to get daily staking rewards, you need about 50,000 Pinkcoin, which at these prices is like a couple $100.
Oh, cool.
But if you wanted to actually be a part of the Donate for Life, have an organization that you were supporting that wanted to be a part of the Donate for Life pool that would be controlled and managed by the Donate for Life ecosystem, and then other people can contribute to it by either donating directly or side staking into it, and then all those rewards get forwarded to the organization. You'd have to contact us and supply the pool with 1 million Pinkcoin, which I believe right now is about a half a Bitcoin, or like $2,000, or 2,050, I think. I don't know what the price of Bitcoin is right now, but like 4,100 or something.
Okay. No, that's not bad prices. I mean, the market is at, in my opinion, an opportune. I mean, for months I haven't seen anything look this scrumptious on CoinMarketCap, man. Somebody was asking me like, "Whoa, what coins are you getting?" I'm like, I honestly right now don't feel safe telling people, but like, there's a lot right now that are on sale, man. Like, I went Cyber Monday shopping in a way.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good week if you have capital to deploy. But yeah, there was a time like in January or February of this year where that same threshold to start a pool was like $30,000 or $35,000. So it's definitely good time if you're an organization that wants to onboard and become
you could buy a pool today
ecosystem.
and hodl it and donate that pool to somebody else and potentially get a crypto write-off. Like, who knows?
Yeah.
Like the way taxes work and first in, first out, capital gains. And this is just my thought. If I were to care about taxes, you may want to hedge against it, right? Like,
care about taxes.
Imagine, like, taxes, they're going to look at you and be like, well, how much money have you earned? How much money have you spent in investing this, that, and the other? And then at the end of the year, you'd be like, well, I donated it, this pool that used to be worth half a Bitcoin is now worth 7 Bitcoin. So I guess you owe me money now, IRS. How's that feel?
I mean, consult with a tax professional, but it's possible.
No, I'm just saying, like, you want to make sure you're giving back if you're in a spot of,
sure.
if you're looking at Lambos on Google because you did well in crypto, karma is real, dude. Just, give back. And this is one of those ways that you can and still be in the crypto. You're not even selling out. Like, that's the thing that I like about it a lot too, is I can give to charity and not have to cash out of the crypto economy or ecosystem. I'm still in on crypto. I'm still all in on crypto. And I'm incentivizing people to use crypto for charitable causes.
And all these organizations I'm working with too, they're all in crypto too. I mean, not all in, but they aren't selling the crypto that they've been donated, because I mean, it's not meaningful enough they need it for day-to-day operations, but they're able to be in a position where they can have exposure to the crypto markets and capture in the upside from the donations they've received. So it's really cool to see that of the like 30 organizations we've worked with over the last 4 years, 30 plus, that only one of them has actually wanted US dollars from the Pinkcoin that's been donated.
Wow.
Yeah, it's astounding.
I wonder, dude, you should probably check into like, you should probably look into what their profit would have been if they would have staked with their coins. I mean, it's a clear case of like, you could have, and there's another charity right next to them that did the exact opposite. So there's a good yin to yang, comparison that you could do for them there. And that would probably open their eyes, because people don't understand how the mechanisms work for staking. You know, all they know is I have money and you told me I'm not allowed to touch it now, and I get a little bit of money for not being allowed to touch it. I don't know, and it's magic internet stuff. Like, it freaks them out, man, until they start really seeing the way it works. They don't really understand, and they don't care to understand. How was that process like when you were talking to these 30 companies about cryptocurrencies? You know, like, did you feel like you were talking to a kindergartner about money all over again, or were they more understanding?
I mean, initially the first batch of them, prior to like all the mainstream attention in 2017, like took 3 or 4 phone calls for them to really grasp it, and then they had to generally include a younger member of the organization to really get it, and then kind of explain to them with confidence that, hey, this is actually legit and this makes sense and this could be a very beneficial thing for our organization. But after the mainstream media took a hold of Bitcoin and crypto and started talking about it a lot, like the other organizations that we talked to afterwards, it was just pretty easy. They're like within a phone call they got it, because they had some frame of reference and some ability to do some research quickly with credible information. So recently it's been just like, okay, they get it. This is kind of how this works. Maybe we have to like inform them a little bit more in depthly about the proof of stake mechanism and how they're going to get staking reward donations perpetually, or in perpetuity. But it's been a pretty quick conversation lately compared to before.
Are there any like problems, like obvious problems for them that you can highlight that you solve? Kind of like the elevator pitch, like, oh, well, you can't really receive 5 cents from a donator. Here's how you can receive 5 cents. Or do they worry about like taxes, that first in, first out holding type of problem? Just wondering, like, what are some of the problems you solve, and is there any chance that you may be causing some?
No, the tax issue is not a problem. All these organizations are 501c3 status, and it's not an issue for them. So, yeah, like a selling feature for sure is like the micro donations and how they're able to receive them with this, and then like the upside potential based on historical value, as well as just like having an alternative stream that they wouldn't be exposed to otherwise, because these are people that are in crypto that are more likely to donate in crypto if you receive it or if you accept it, than they would be US dollars. They probably wouldn't even breathe on it. Plus, like, the biggest selling feature, to be honest, is just like the ability for these organizations to market themselves as being on the cutting edge of technology and being involved in blockchain. That's where a lot of the value for them is that they can tell their donor base or their prospective donor bases that they're forward thinking and they're looking to the future, and they think blockchain is one of the technology future sets that they want to explore, and that they're actually working with a partner in Pinkcoin that is on blockchain and will help them get there.
Yeah, I actually use some crypto versions of like charity things for myself, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Bitbacker.io. It's just like a way for, like, Patreon kind of thing, where people can have like a wallet and they can set like a certain amount they want to give to me every month. So every month I could get $1 or $9.99 from Data Bunker. Thank you, Data Bunker, for the super chat. Data Bunker, thank you for the super chat. But did you know that in the description box below there's a link, and if you click on that link to bitbacker.io, you could have given me that with crypto. YouTube steals 30% of that $9.99. Straight up steals it. Okay, it's gone. So I only got 70% of that, but you could have used crypto to give me a hell of a lot more. Just saying, I love you. So next time, send me $7 through crypto, and I'll get the same amount that I would have got through this YouTube donation, because those are the middlemen I'm here to talk to Danny about destroying. You know, he's disrupting the middlemen of basically theft on charity. So I hope you don't have any of these auger hits out on you soon, man, because, like, you know, you really are disrupting. I know you're looking at the big picture, and that's where I see you. I don't see you like you're going to solve problems tomorrow and Red Cross is dead in a month. Like, but in the long term, if people do wake up, man, that's like what really depends on. If they do wake up, this is empowering to them to take away from those third parties that rip people off in the middle of the I want to donate to you and I need help here. Like, It's theft, dude. I hate that people are in a position to take advantage of people that are in that it's just evil, man, and it happens biggest time of the year for these charity scams is Christmas,
Yeah.
and without any verification of where the funds go, you're basically just throwing your money into some dude's pocket, and it's messed up because there's a lot of people that could use that help, and projects like what you're doing with Pinkcoin, it's empowering a lot of these people that are kind of pushed out of the centralized, parties there. So thank you so much,
Yep.
Data Bunker. You guys rock, man. I can't wait to get my hand on that thing. They actually mailed me out something, so I got a video coming soon, guys. Check that out.
Exciting.
Yeah, it is. So they wanted to know where can they find more. I got in the chats here. Where can they find more information about the project, and where can they find you personally? Telegrams, Discords, things like that. A couple people want to join the community here. It looks like.
Yeah, so if you go to our website, getstarted.with.pink, you can find a lot of information about us, the wallets, exchanges, all that good stuff. If you go to invites.with.pink, you can get the links to our Discord and our Telegram, but we're not really on Telegram. It just exists. Somebody in the community made it. But Discord is where we are at and where we communicate and where our community kind of lives. Follow Pinkcoin on Twitter at Pinkcoin_. You can follow me at CryptoCasey on Twitter. I'm CryptoCasey pretty much everywhere, CAYCE. Also formerly known as Big D Shaggy J. That was my poker screen name. Yeah, I mean, we're pretty much open and available. If anybody has any questions and wants to talk with us, every one of our team members are in Discord and we're available. We're talking, we're receptive, and we're helpful.
All right, man. Much appreciated. So, just kind of recap things. People just tuned in. It looks like a few made of. Just brush over again a little bit about Pinkcoin. Where can they acquire it? Where can they use it? Just some of the basics again, just to recap one more time for everybody listening.
Yeah, okay. Oh, forgot the other link, donate.with.pink, which is our Donate for Life platform.
Oh, cool. I'll make sure that's in the description box as well.
Yeah, so Pinkcoin created May of 2014. Myself, Brian Benner, Devin Pennerwolk, Jeremy Redinger, co-founders, saw a need to disrupt a charitable nonprofit industry. Thought blockchain and crypto would be the perfect vehicle for that. Created Pinkcoin May of 2014. No ICO, no pre-mine, 100% fair launch, meaning we put the network code out there weeks before launch and gave everyone the ability to mine it equally. We are traded on Bittrex.com, Cryptopia, Trade Satoshi. There's like 25 smaller exchanges. I'm not even sure all of them off the top of my head. We are essentially a blockchain-based donation platform for social impact causes. We leverage we're a proof of work, proof of stake hybrid, and we leverage our proof of stake consensus mechanism via our Donate for Life platform to reward nonprofit organizations we partner with staking rewards in perpetuity. So anything that gets donated to the Donate for Life platform goes in a series, or one of 9 different pools that reward charitable organizations. Those pools are staking 24/7, 365. The staking rewards get forwarded to the partner organizations. Additionally, as a user, you can stake in your wallet and use the side staking technology we developed to share your staking rewards with these pools, these partner organizations, or other wallets that you create for whatever purposes, a savings account, kids' college funds, rainy day fund, whatever. Additionally, part of our Donate for Life platform, we have 3 community-driven pools, the Rain Cloud, Acorn, and Elder Tree. And what those do is they reward people who are staking in the community. So anytime you receive a stake, if you've received a stake in the past 24 hours, a staking reward, those 3 pools will share staking rewards with you. So it gives extra incentive to people to help support our network because they get rewarded from these 3 community-driven pools. So you'll get like a stake of if it's 150 stake coin reward block of a flash proof of stake, you get, if one of these pools would reward you 15 coins, other one would reward you 1.5 coins. So it just kind of You can go to donate.with.pink to read the descriptions and see how they operate. But we're trying to incentivize everyone, from partner charitable organizations to users, stakers, miners, everyone, and just want to do it in a way that's selfless and give people an opportunity to be philanthropic at virtually no cost to them.
All right, man, that's what's up. So let us know. I'm sorry, people were asking questions while you're talking in the chat and stuff. So where is Pinkcoin today, right? The roadmap for the next year, and where is it going? Like, what have you achieved now? Where is Pinkcoin, and where is it going? What is like a final project Pinkcoin look like? Like, what's like what do you see, and where is Pinkcoin when it's successful? What has happened? What does the economy look like? The donations, blah blah blah.
Yeah, so like I mentioned, we have a long-term vision. We're not trying to solve the world problems today and onboard every organization and disrupt the whole charitable world in this moment. I think it's going to take a long time, so we have a 20-year vision. It's been about 4.5. To date, we have worked with 30-plus organizations to receive Pinkcoin rewards and donations. We've donated roughly somewhere around $750,000 US dollar value to these organizations through not just the Donate for Life platform, but we've done like flash campaigns where there's like a need out there. Like we did one for Hurricane Harvey and Hurricane Irma. Hurricane Irma, we partnered with Bittrex to act as escrow. We allowed people to send any crypto they had that was tradable on Bittrex to these to the cause, and there was some like cool prizes we offered. So Jimmy Song gave the largest coin, or the coin that had the most donations, the development team, a chance to go on his show and talk about it. Crypto Graffiti, shout out to him. He donated a couple different cool art pieces that went to the highest single contribution. Colin LaHaye from Colin Crypto gave us a GAM membership to give away. So we gave away prizes to incentivize
that's awesome.
Contributions. So we were able to raise about $30,000 for Hurricane Irma, but then Bittrex, Bill Shahara, the CEO of Bittrex, decided he wanted to match that donation. So we ended up raising $60,000 and donating them to Habitat for Humanity, Center for Disaster Philanthropy, and Direct Relief. So we've done like not just the Donate for Life platform, but there's times of crisis we've partnered with Bittrex and been able to donate to these causes and help give everyone in crypto an opportunity to donate their crypto to go to these causes. And so in the roadmap, I mentioned we have a governance protocol, or governance consensus mechanism protocol being implemented. It's in testnet right now. I've been testing it for better part of a couple months. I'd imagine we're like 2 or 3 weeks away before we really have this thing ready to be released to the public. That'll change a lot for us, give the power to the people and kind of decentralize.
Is it fair to call it a charity DAO?
There's not really a pool of funds behind it that'll at this time, like it'll change where the funding will go as far as like organizations that we're working with and like where the pool's staked to, but there's not like a $1 million sitting there that we can decide through this protocol where it's going to go. In a sense it's going to be a DAO, but it's not funding isn't there ready to go to be distributed. So that's a major thing for us, and we think that'll help kind of allow us to be self-sustaining, because there's things within this voting or polling protocol that we're creating that'll allow for funding to the actual platform itself. Because right now, to date, everything's been bootstrapped. It's been myself and the other development team members funding everything. So
should have ICO'd, bro.
Nah. And so we need some sort of like funding stream to kind of support development and kind of help make everything.
The point of where charities need charity, like that's a fact. Like true charities need charity, and that's where the non-profit part really comes into play.
Yeah.
And that's why I love the concept of it being a blockchain, not a company, not people, You know, the blockchain is what's taking the fees to keep the blockchain moving forward. You know,
Exactly.
that's true nonprofit. That, you know, it's using that to build itself to better everybody in its system.
Yep, that's exactly right. So we're looking at ways to make that work for Pinkcoin and give uh, a stream of funding to the development and to the project itself, so that we no longer have to be the, because as long as we're funding it completely, it's going to be centralized, right? Like that's kind of the nature of it. So if we can get this thing decentralized through decision making and through funding, then it becomes
Yep.
a lot more open source and gives a way for more people to contribute in any way they can. So that's kind of the ultimate goal, is to make this thing just so much more decentralized and open it up to everyone else. So that's kind of the main centerpiece of our roadmap, aside from just expanding our reach with nonprofit organizations.
Yep, dude. I just want to let you know. It looks like Lisa Davis in the chat said that she would like to utilize Pinkcoin for her WOY campaign that she'll be fundraising for LLS. Just check out the website. There's the link in the description box below. Go ahead,
Yeah.
check him out. Hit Danny up. You know, you can chat
Yep.
with him. You can reach out to him directly. Maybe he could help you out. Thank you to Jay Berg for the bitbacker.io crypto super chat there, power chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support. And DJ Meat Popsicle, thank you, bro. I appreciate it all. He said he did give me the name of the company in Canada that I ran by. It was called Paybook. And it's a way
Oh,
for
sick.
ICOs or crypto charity or anything to do with crypto for them to be able to fully disclose their books, like where funding goes in every
Oh,
direction.
sick.
So you know if they spent your crypto on the lights being on or the Lambo, you know, like it's really cool to see this. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Danny, I appreciate your time, man. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thank you.
Guys, check out the links again in the description box below. Get your hands on some Pinkcoin and, you know, spread the love, guys. Spread the love.
Yeah, real quick before I hop up, I also wanted to shout out a new project I'm working on. It's going to be
I've seen it.
Hero, yeah, hxro.io, gamifying crypto trading, making it a fun experience, as an easy to use, simple on ramp to crypto through a daily fantasy sports style game. We think it'll be a really big success and a lot of fun for everyone to play in the community and compete against each other.
Oh, dude, I'm hella excited. Fantasy sports and crypto? Come on, man. It's like, who's on your crypto team? Ripple? Come on.
Yeah, you get to draft a portfolio of cryptos and weight them with absolute value, long or short, and just compete against each other. One of the game variants.
Dude, you guys are really outside the damn box over there, bro. I like it. That's different.
Yeah,
I've heard some cool things, but that's different.
Yeah, we got the team that built DraftKings is Cloud Construct is building a platform. Beta will be live in 2.5 to 3 weeks.
You should come back on the podcast. We should talk about that next, man. That's freaking awesome, bro.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Wait. I like a game. I play like 7 or 8 different blockchain-based games. So like I have on my phone probably 30 different apps to interact with blockchain. So I'm immersed in this space. So as soon as that's out, I'll be playing with it.
All right, let's do it.
All right, guys. So don't forget, pound that thumbs up button. There's a subscription thing there. Click that. Click it, and there's a bell next to it. Flick it. Just like hold your phone and flick it. It'll make a bell sound. If you don't trust me, do it anyway. And yeah, check out Pinkcoin, guys. Again, Danny, thank you. Shout out to my grandma who's actually in the live chat. I love you, Mom. Thank you for tuning in. All right, guys. Have a day.
Thanks, Ken.
All right, guys, so this podcast was sponsored and powered by Bitcoin Energy Drink, Monarch Token and Monarch Wallet, the Satoshi Ball in Ottawa, December 15th, and StrokenTokens.com. Thank you to bitbacker.io for the crypto power chat abilities. Everybody have a day.